Hi, I'm Robert Tagliapietra.
And I'm Jeffrey Costello.
And we're Costello Tagliapietra, and you're watching Vice. It's funny, when we actually met at a nightclub, and the joke was sort of like both of our friends said, like we both kind of looked alike, even back then, like we were both kind of dressed alike at the same time. Also, we have the luck of sharing a closet too. So I think it's a lot of things mixed together.
Yeah, what you see is what it always was.
It was on our 17th year anniversary that we got married.
It was simple. I had made some cardigan jackets, and it was like such a quiet affair. It's like we just had Rob's mother and sisters come. I don't know, we just wore khakis and sweaters.
There's just something nice about actually having that
almost validation.
That wedding ring, and having that day.
I grew up in suburban Pennsylvania. My parents owned a grocery store / roadside stand. So I guess I was a little intrigued by the farmers we had to deal with. To me, that was so otherworldly to see real men working the farms, dressing, I don't know, it just always looked so cool, like cool work clothes.
When I was in high school, I was obsessive over collecting the Smiths singles. So I have all the 12 inches. We love the soundtrack quality of certain music to help define the collection. About 4 years ago, Jeffrey and my mother were talking, and just through like some casual conversation, they found out that both of our grandmothers had worked for Norman Norell.
Quick, please, a gown.
Ooh, I'll be the talk of the town.
Norman being a huge influence on us as well. But we both grew up in households that sewed, so I think the craft of fashion was kind of embedded in us at an early age. I think that's why throughout the building of our career, we've had such a concentration on the craft, and it's been so important to our brand in general. When we start designing it, it's really it's really about process. The way we kind of approach a dress it starts almost mathematically. The way we build collections out, the way we create any kind of garment, it's just as based on the process as it is, everything else. I guess we approach fashion in the way you would almost approach painting. For us, it kind of starts at the pattern making table. We love kind of playing with patterns and ideas that way, and then I think it slowly develops that way, and then on the other side you have color, and I think for us it could be just a painting or a movie that inspires the color story, so you kind of work out your color story, and then through all those processes you start seeing a story develop. I like it when it's not so clear. I love that dreamy quality that can happen with stuff, with things you create, and for us it's sort of about that. Like, we like to create something that's otherworldly, that's not clearly definable by trend or era. I feel like with a dress, it's an object that's so modern in a way. It's like this one-piece dressing. It's sort of this, it's almost like how we imagine the future to be. It's just sort of one-piece dressing, but it's also this kind of blank canvas that you can create these kind of beautiful things on. We're big boys, so it's like, I know the difficulties of finding clothes sometimes, and I think not every dress is meant for every type, but to have a selection of dresses that have the ability to work on different body types is really important, I think. You have to address those issues sometimes. You realize who the customer really is. It's not this 17-year-old model that we show down the runway. It's not what I think a lot of designers think their ideal customer is. For us, it's it's like our job is to make something that looks beautiful in the female form. And for us, it's going to be kind of effortless too. Like, I like that aspect to it,
And at the end of the day, doesn't every woman really want to feel beautiful and not necessarily feminine, but at least beautiful and put together?
Yeah, we used to be big flea market people, and then we realized that our apartment was becoming like a hoarder's net. I mean, I think that show Hoarders was what really kind of was eye-opening for us, and we're like, okay, it's looking a little similar. I think, we like a level of hoarder.
It's kind of like a urban grandmother's lumberjack lodge.